Wireless audio solutions have always come with a price, and in 2019, that price has become a necessity. Since most smartphone manufacturers are ditching the headphone jack, if you don't feel like spending a kidney on your next earphones, then Xiaomi has something to offer. Folks, these are the MI Buds, and we're going to talk about how they are an impeccable value for a budget oriented market. So, what makes the MI Buds so special? Wireless earbuds are not cheap, at least not the good ones. The not so great Apple AirPods cost a whopping $160 US, and well, for a market like the United States of America, this might still be a viable option. But what about developing or emerging economies? For example, one would need to pay almost $300 US after taxes to get a pair of AirPods in India. And for the Indian market, it is almost impossible for a lot of people to invest so much just for a pair of earphones. And that is where the MI Buds shine. The Buds have most of the bells and whistles one would expect in a decent pair of earbuds. Yes, Xiaomi had to cut corners in order to offer this product at such an attractive price. Starting with the build of the device, the entire device is made up of hard plastic. And well, it does not feel super premium, but also not cheap by any means. It comes in a case that has a battery pack which charges the buds twice from 0 to 100. The sound quality is not bad at all, with good mids and highs and decent bass. Call quality is not the best, but for the price of the device, I think it's justified. After using the buds extensively, we can definitely say that the MI Buds make absolute sense for emerging markets. You see, the emerging markets are basically developing economies where people do not have the purchasing power to buy ultra premium goods. And hence, these markets are filled with extremely competitive players, and for a $20 price tag, all the other companies that are selling wireless audio solutions don't even come close to the MI Buds. In fact, if Xiaomi had not cut the corners it has in order to sell the buds for the price that it is, then it would probably be better than even the industry-leading Apple AirPods. MI phones already hold the largest market share in India when it comes to selling budget phones, and the strategy of pairing all of it up with wireless earbuds is an extremely smart move. So how did MI do it? Well, India is one of the largest and the fastest growing emerging markets. People are starting to switch to newer technologies, and because of this, the market for budget goods is booming. Xiaomi understood this and they introduced their range of budget electronics. And since then, they have taken over almost 90% of the entire electronics market. Because of cheap internet prices, Indians are upgrading to smartphones at a really fast pace. And hence, since they cannot afford or are willing at this point to spend money on premium electronic products, the market for budget electronics is huge. And MI has taken a great advantage of the same. And not just in India, but MI Buds have been purchased in large quantities in China, Vietnam, Indonesia, and many other emerging economies where people choose Xiaomi products over their more expensive counterparts. MI achieves this by cutting down on their profit margins and by spending less in marketing. They mostly sell their products online and through flash sales, which reduces a lot of inventory cost. These buds by no means are going to blow your mind away, but this product is a lot more value for the price, and that is exactly what sells in emerging markets, where people expect quality for a more reasonable price. Investment from foreign companies has grown massively in the past couple of years in emerging economies, since it's an ever-growing market, and if introduced the right product at the right price and time, it can fetch a lot of profit. So folks, to sum it all up, the MI Buds is a great product for emerging markets, solely because of the value that it delivers for the price. And honestly, going for something like the Buds makes a lot more sense compared to its more expensive counterparts. And just to be clear, it is not a product targeted to every customer base, but only to those who are looking for a great budget alternative. And hence, for an emerging market, these buds are a steal.